Welcome back to HPL. We're at the PvP Live Studios in Frisco, Texas, and what a game that just happened between Jab and Dog here. Dog playing Grim Patron Warrior. Jab ran him out of cards and ways to win the game, killed him in fatigue.
Yeah, what did you guys think of that one? Get out there on Twitter, use that hashtag HPL. Let us know what a nail biter that one was, because
one of the better games so far
I could
here.
not believe that Jab was able to completely grind Dog out of the game.
Yeah, one of the best games I've seen here in HPL in a while.
Yeah, we're going to find out what they're doing for Game 4 because it's getting underway right now. Jab's on match point, and Dog needs 2 straight.
Come on, Dog. Don't let me down. I need you to win these.
No,
I can't be wrong.
You're going to be wrong.
I love this. They're just queuing it up again.
Wrong. Yeah, look, running it back. We've seen players do this over and over again. Jab trying to abuse the fact that he believes Druid is one of the best strategies right now.
Shades of the Muzzy Purple match where they just queued up the same decks 4 straight times. Neither one of them, it was almost an ego battle. Neither one of them wanted to give the other one any room, any quarter. He's like, you know what, I believe that I'm going to win this match, that my deck is better.
Yeah, fantastic draws, I think, from both these guys. Jab going to have Shade and just another Shade into Pilot to Shredder. And Dog, plenty of tools to start answering this stuff, but you can't attack stealth minions.
Nope, these Shades are going to start running amok here very soon.
Yeah, it does have an Execute in his hand, so we'll have some tempo plays later on. Emperor Thorzon, I think, an important draw, but he's going to have to fight a ton of pressure because freaking Jab's curve looks so good right now.
Yeah, Jab's curve looks amazing right now. He's got 2 different Shade of Naxxramas, and that is only a Gnomish Inventor on the other side. Eventually, these are going to get so big that you can't keep up.
This is bad news for Dog right now. I cannot believe that this is happening. Don't like the Shredder placement either. Put that in the middle. If a Flame Tongue Totem came out, Jab's going to regret that.
Yeah, a lot of people talked about your placement with Pilot Shredder being relevant. You got to believe, it might not be relevant this game, but every little percentage counts when you're playing against someone as good as Dog.
Yeah, it certainly does. And so, just playing his draw is so good, though, but not often going to make that much of a difference at all. But Dog really got a couple decisions in front of him now. With this kind of pressure and only being able to add 1 or 2 things to the board a turn, he has to find a way to efficiently fight this.
Yeah, and I got to believe he's going to Fiery War X here, not execute. You have to save that for the things like Ancient of War that you've seen out of Jab here.
Yeah, but now he's going to start taking some massive damage here.
Now, something to be said, do you think they've changed up their decks any in between? Because they keep queuing up the same deck, but they're allowed to change cards within them between the games. Has Dog or Jab, slipped in some card that's going to really change this matchup?
It's certainly a possibility, but Jab here, once again, has some great answers to this.
It's a pretty good draw as well.
Wow, just going to choose to trade in his Piloted Shredder here. Wants to keep heavy.
There's the Flame Tongue Totem.
Flame Tongue Totem. See what I mean? He could have gotten punished for this spot, but right now, Ancient of War, Dog is going to have to execute this. But he's facing down a ton of damage right now. This board is about to get out of control.
Yeah, this is not where Dog wants to be. This execute is going to give him alleviate some of this pain here as well, though.
Yeah, Dog.
But he still has to answer the Shade of Naxxramas.
Yeah, which he can do. He does have the
Whirlwind.
Yeah, he does have the Whirlwind in his hand to do that. But is that where he wants to be right now?
Yeah, I mean, he can do something like Whirlwind, execute, and then he doesn't have to use the Cruel Taskmaster. And I think this might be where he's weighing his options here. Do I want to use Cruel Taskmaster? Do I want to use Whirlwind? How do I want to proceed from going forward from here?
Looks like he wants to play Unstable Ghoul first and try to fend off as much pressure as he possibly can. But Jab's hand, no shortage of utility to make sure he can keep pushing damage.
Yeah, Jab's hand is great going forward from here.
Yeah, I actually really like this Whirlwind to execute so he can Battle Rage too. He needs to find some answers.
Yeah, he needs these cards really badly.
Yeah, also able to make use of his Fiery War Axe. Making the most of his resources obviously is very important in this matchup right now.
He's gonna take a little extra damage off this though, with this Flame Tongue Totem.
6 damage to the dome right now. Has Unstable Ghoul hovering around his hero portrait, but we can see where it is right there. Sylvan is such a strong draw right now.
This is shaping up to be another amazing game between these two.
How is Jab going to move forward in this one? A couple of his threats get checked by Deathbite straight away too. That is something I think he's going to think about. There's a possibility that we see Druid of the Claw here as well, but it looks like he wants to use Keeper of the Grove to take this out and start, keep this push going.
Yeah, I don't like the Druid of the Claw play here because it actually doesn't stop Deathbite from killing it. He can just run his minion into it and use Deathbite to pick off there. I think he wants a cleaner turn for his Druid of the Claw here. Yeah,
and Dog kind of running short on answers now is going to play Emperor Thorzon. And with that Inner Rage, can pull his Flame Tongue Totem off the board, but doesn't he want to use it that way?
That is I think you have to, honestly, just for the life total. You can't take an extra 4 here. Plus, if Jab were to have, a couple of cards, there's a couple of cards that almost kill you from the spot. He could Druid of the Claw into Savage Roar. I'm sorry, he couldn't do that.
Oh, geez. Force of Nature gets drawn, and this might be the window of opportunity for Jab to start pushing some damage here. I have to believe this Druid of the Claw is going into charge mode.
Yeah, you're going to see him go into charge mode, and Dog is not going to like what he sees here.
I mean, you have to charge it in this position. You need the damage right away, and Jab recognizes that the pressure
you
is
can see
now
the reaction from Dog here.
onto
He
Dog.
didn't like seeing that.
He needs some second slam gets picked up. That will allow him to, keep his life total in check here. But Sylvanas is going to come down the board as well. And then after that, he's not going to have any answers left for this Sylvanas. He's going to have to take some damage at some point.
Yeah, he's starting to pull his hand together a little bit. He's got a War Song Commander and a Death Spite, but he's not going to have time to start getting all of these answers together. Jab is just putting too much pressure on him on these turns.
We talk about players having to take risks from time to time. Dog might find one here as well, but honestly, with the way his hand is constructed right now, there's a chance that he can climb back into this because Jab is kind of running out of heat at this point. He does Force Nature Savage Roar, but he needs to be able to keep adding minions to this board to force Dog to answer them.
Yeah, you can see Dog start to set up this Death Spite. He's trying to set up a big turn here over the next couple turns.
He cannot feel comfortable falling to 9 right now. Innervate would be a lethal draw from Jab. Savage, Force Nature added to hand. Does he want to just put out a lot of pressure, or is Sylvanas going to be the minion he plays? Sylvanas looks great to me right now. This will once again force Dog to do something, gets in a point of damage, and then has Force Nature Savage Roar next turn.
Yeah, he might be thinking along the lines of, if I Force of Nature him and deal 6 to him, he goes to 3, and then I can start playing around something like Shield Block.
Yeah, so Force of Nature is what he's going to play here first, and it's going to the dome. He's going to set Dog down to 2 points of life, and I don't know how he gets out of this game, but he needs a miracle right now. His next draw has to do everything.
Yeah. It needs to be James Franco?
Yeah. Yes, his next draw needs to be James Franco if he's going to win this game. He's at 2. He has no way to pad this life total. He has no way to defend himself. And Jab has Force Nature Savage Roar. He's going to slam desperately to try to find the right answers, but there's nothing in sight. And Jab's pressure is going to pull this series out 3 games to 1.
The undefeated dream is dead.
It certainly is for Dog in this matchup. He's going to fall to 5-1 here, and Jab is going to be the first player in HPL to reach 6 wins.
Yeah, he's also going to be the first player here in HPL to take down Dog. Dog at 5-0 coming in this match. Looked like no one could beat him. Jab, he told me earlier, he's like, he can't win all his matches. Someone has to beat him.
Yeah, and Druid is what he did it with, constantly queuing it up in this match and trying to abuse it as much as he possibly can. What a match from these two. We saw games end early. We saw games go the full distance in a fatigue.
Even to fatigue, yeah.
And then we saw a game where Dog had to fight behind the entire time and wasn't able to recover the board pressure.
Yeah, just didn't have anything going for him there in the middle to late game. Jab's draw was great. Those early Shades of Necromus putting on too much pressure, and that Piloted Shredder putting in the Flame Thumb Totem, as you kind of prophetically called there, just a little bit too much for Dog there. Jab, first 1 to 6 wins.
Yeah, what a game from these two once again. Just beautiful stuff we've seen from both of them. We saw Jab take full advantage of the fact that HPL format allows you to play whatever you want at any time. Dog wasn't necessarily adjusting as much as he could have to Jab queuing up Druid, but how many times can he play Druid in a row?
I mean, until someone makes you stop, keep doing it.
I completely agree with you. I think people need to be doing that more often.